the topic for today is the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is very important because that law is one of the universal or cosmic laws that guides the creation of everything. Universes, star systems, human beings, experiences, circumstances. It's a very foundational cosmic law. And a lot of us as human beings, because we don't realize that we are a complete microcosm of the universe, we do not pay attention to the things that we might have needed to pay attention to live a better quality life. So today we're discussing the law of attraction, and the book that was highlighted, we're in a book club, so the book is called The Secret, and I'm sure it's not strange to a lot of people, but we're going to be discussing it in dimensions and perspectives that might not be very familiar, but I want us to be open-minded. So the book, The Secret, is a book by Rhonda Byrne, and she emphasizes this secret, which I have summarized into a simple law, which is one of the cosmic laws, the law of attraction. But to begin to discuss the law of attraction, we have to first of all discuss what attraction is. And from my lame understanding, attraction is the force, first of all. So it's the force of attraction, which has an opposite called the force of repulsion. One pulls to, the other one pushes away. So the next thing is, for me, I'm very practical, and I want you all to follow a very practical approach to this. And if we are as open and minded and as practical as I hope we are, because we are all readers, our minds will create pictures that will open up channels that probably have never been opened up before. So I say, if attraction is a force, the next thing we are looking for is what elements around us show that force. One of the easiest that we all started seeing since we were kids is the magnet. When you try to put north and south pole in the magnet, when it gets close enough, it yanks it and adds an additional force. And when you do it with something else, it pulls it away. So if we can see that the force of attraction has become a law of attraction, what beings are bound by that law? The truth is, every being, and when I say being, I mean corporeal beings, beings that have flesh, like matter beings, and angelic beings, are bound by the law of attraction. Now we sit here, and all of us, as you look at me or you're thinking now, the law of attraction is working. I can't hear what he's thinking. I can't hear what she's thinking. But if she's giving it her energy, her mental energy, even as she's quiet, she's creating a cause. And every cause we create must have an effect. And when you realize as a human being that from the moment you open your eyes, you have entered the realm of causes because you are thinking. Has anybody here been able to stop himself from thinking before? So who's controlling the thoughts that you can't stop it? Have you ever wondered? Because if you say you can't stop, no one can stop. Can't just sit here and be quiet and blank. Is it possible? Has anyone experienced it before? No, I haven't.
Maybe in the exam hall.
No, even in the exam hall, you are thinking about the exam, right? You must be thinking about something. Now let me add another dimension to it. How many of us know that for every thought, the thought has an opposite that the mind brings to you almost the same time? Have we all experienced it, that every thought, even the pleasant ones, when you're happy and you're relishing that thought, at some point, you just say something, you just get a voice like, no go work. That's the other, they don't come alone. If this is the reality that all of us have identified and sit here and agree with, we have cause to look into the next area. What are these thoughts we are thinking about every day? thinking always about our past? Are we thinking always about what we want to do, our ambition of the future, or are we enjoying the now? Try to figure out in these thoughts of our waking consciousness, which is waking consciousness from when we wake up. We are always thinking about what has happened in the past or something we want to do in the future. It makes up 90% to 95% of our thoughts. Do we agree?
Yes.
So, now we have moved forward to see that these thoughts, as far as we sitting here are concerned, is always about our memories, which is our past, our experiences, or things we want to do in future. You see why it's so easy for fear to come in? Because not many of us have pleasurable experiences. How many of us agree that on this realm called the earth, the negative experiences are more? What does that mean in the law of attraction? Your focus, if you're on memory, is negative. Now, a negative hindsight creates a fearful foresight. Fear is the most destructive vibration of a human being. It makes the body sick. You feel unwell mentally, you feel unwell physically. Now, are we following together now? The journey of the law of attraction, how we attract. We'll get to where the law is working. But I'm showing the foundations, first of all, of what we are the ones creating. So as you sit here, whatever it is that is your life that you don't like, you are the creator of it. Nobody helped. You use the law to create it. You can choose to live in self-denial. It's okay. You know, there's an old Igbo proverb that the frowning face of a he-goat does not prevent him from being taken to the marketplace. So whether you agree with certain laws and principles, it's just like saying you want to say that you jump from a building. The law of gravity is what all of us know will work, right? Or does anybody disagree that when you jump from this building you won't come down? And I'm not sure anybody here is expecting levitation. That's your first expectation. We'll be surprised if the person levitates. It will be more expected that the person
drops down
because we identify with the law of gravity. It's a subconscious understanding that that's an expectation. You don't need to go to school. Kids know when you throw something up, it must come down. There are laws that are above religion and superstition. They're just common sense. But when you apply common sense to become more than common, you enter the realm of the enlightened being. So let's go forward. So now you say that our experiences on earth are more negative, right? Because you are the ones giving me the answers here. You are focusing on memory and you are focusing on ambition because you are never in the now. You are always remembering how Chichi didn't give you the bag. How if that Uber guy had come early now, you wouldn't have missed. You are always thinking about stuff that is not productive. You are thinking about how this business is even coming. Why is he coming through Chike? Chike is not even straightforward. It hasn't happened. You are creating stuff and you are using your divine energy the wrong way, just like Satan. That's all they're doing. They're just using it. They're concealers of light. You are concealing light. Because in truth, that event hasn't happened. That's the fact before you. Chidi has not misbehaved yet. But you have called misbehavior. There's nobody's helping you. Your experience is what you have called for. The idea of life is to realize that you are a being of cause and effect. Therefore, you must be responsible in your thinking. Don't say because you are sitting here now, she's wearing these glasses, nobody can hear. The beings that can hear you are many. You just can't see them. They are vibrating at higher frequency than you. They are in higher dimensions. And you have that in you, but I can't go into that now because I promise to keep it simple. But I want you to identify with the part of you that is in the realm of cause and effect. And one of the things that affects that realm is your emotions. As as you sit now, fear is an emotion, hatred is an emotion, envy is an emotion, love is an emotion, anxiety is an emotion. If you think and you are honest with yourself about how much of the negative emotions you express in a day, the answer will come to you. You don't have to share it with anybody. Now, if the answer falls within, not even middle, falls within more of negative emotions, because you're either sad or angry most of the day, or you are anxious, or you are doubting, you know, all of those emotions are packed together in one. They are low vibrational emotions, and they make the body sick. Because that being the personality doesn't know why you don't know that every second is a new second once you change your thinking. Why are you holding on to what happened 4 years ago? It's passed so long. Every time you are supposed to put this energy to productive use, you are thinking about how robbers came to your house and stole your iPhone. Yes, it's not a thought that brings joy. Why don't you let it go? This is the law of attraction in summary. I want to be practical in my sharing today with us. If we do not understand that we create what we call artificial elementals. And what is an artificial elemental? In the realms that you exist, that you are asleep and you don't know because of your physical body, you are still creating. That's why when you sleep, where do you think you are? Where do you think consciousness is? Yes, that is, many things are weird that you don't think about. You went to sleep, where did you go? A lot of people don't know. You went out where?
I don't know.
Let me tell you where you go. You go to the next dimension that is just one step higher than here. World. Yes. Consciousness does not need the body anymore because the body is asleep. It's not, there's no action. Consciousness is always moving. So the next body it has is the astral body, but you didn't develop it. So you are very religious and superstitious and it doesn't respond to those things. So but that's why it's the people who practice mysticism, babalawo, all these kind of people, they are the ones who use it. There's nothing they are using you don't have, but you have chosen superstition as your path. So you don't identify with those things. My point is, you are using it either positively or negatively unconsciously. It's more dangerous. It's like giving a child an AK-47 that's loaded. You have so much power, but you do not understand what realms you are channeling into. You are hurting people. Because some people are happy people naturally, right? So assuming this man is a happy man, by nature, if he drinks beer, it's okay. But when he thinks the thought and creates the energy on another realm, if he was thinking about his boss that sacked him or spoke to him rudely, and the thing goes there, and the boss is not vibrating with anything negative, it must come back to him. That's the law. I'm not telling you superstition. Of the positive. These truths are not discussed, but these are the truths that guide the law of attraction. And once you realize that you are in the realm, from when you open your eyes, you are in the realm of cause and effect, you will be careful what you think. You cannot be responsible in your thinking. If that's all I achieve in this session, is the greatest achievement. Where you know that nobody can hear you, but in your mind you know that there are beings that are more evolved that are hearing you. They are there. You are just now only waking up to the fact that they are there. They've always been there. They've always helped you. If some car wants to hit you, you just think that something just came to my mind, so I shouldn't go there. How did it come? There are beings guiding all of us. We just don't talk to them. Why do you think the Bible tells you the Holy Spirit said don't vex the spirits? He says gentle, because it doesn't force his opinion. When you go to the realms of energy, they are gentle. You say gentle giant, that's where the name came from. But they will crush you. If they release the power that they carry, they will melt this body. So they have to go small. If they tell you don't insult this candy girl, she didn't do it. You say it's a lie. It's a lie, she did it. You insult her. Your subconscious mind will record that you chose she did it, even though you didn't have evidence. So you have just created karma for yourself. Why are you angry when the karma comes? Why are you saying you are in depression? Don't be in depression. You cause this. And the depression is even causing more because you are now more angry.